don't know whether to talk about this or not. Am I gonna get upset if I talk about this now? Hi guys, just very quickly intercepting. So I'm actually editing this video that you're about to watch, and it kind of crossed my mind that some of the topics that I discuss in this, some people might find upsetting. I didn't anticipate that I was going to end up talking about what I talked about, a certain event that happened and has had like a negative impact on my mental health. But yeah, I just wanted to pop this here just to let you know that you might find some topics distressing, but yeah, so this is my little trigger warning. Okay, let's get cracking. The lights on this garland, there are lights on that, believe it or not. I think the batteries are just running low, I don't know. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. As you can see, I am looking a little bit fresh in the face this morning. Who am I? I mean, not that I come on camera with a lot of makeup to start with, but I'm fresh skinned this morning, but I am not feeling particularly fresh. My neighbour showed up at my door at around 10:30 last night with a bottle of gin and 2 glasses, so we had a little bit of a drink and a catch up. I mean, I didn't drink that much. I had about 2 glasses. Yeah, so feeling just a little bit tired this morning. I feel like my skin is just like, ugh. So I did kind of think that because, I mean, I know we've sat down a little bit more than we usually would over Vlogmas, but I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a chatty, like, skincare, get ready with me for the day Q&A. I did pop a question box on my Instagram story. I did answer some of them over there, but not all of them, and I thought I would go through some of them today, just as I'm getting ready. I'll show you what I'm using, etc. I mean, I'm by no means like a skin guru or like a makeup guru, but just kind of showing you what I use, because I have noticed recently that, like, since I've kind of given myself an actual skincare routine, like my skin is feeling a lot better than it was, because I literally used to use nothing. I used to just cleanse my face sometimes, how bad's that? Sometimes cleanse my face, but I've noticed that I'm getting a lot less kind of acne, stuff like that. So we'll start with that. I have currently 2 beverages. We have our squash and also a coffee, cup of happy, which is a very strong coffee. I'm just feeling really tired. I don't feel particularly hungover, but when you don't go to sleep till 2 in the morning, then that probably explains why you're tired. Never mind. Anyway, so like I say, I'm going to be doing some of my skincare routine. Now, I have already cleansed my face. I did it in the shower when I was washing my hair. I literally just use this thing that I find from Boots. I'm going to find a photo of it and pop it up for you. That is what I use, like, sometimes, and then sometimes I use a Lumi Spa with like a dry cleanser, because I do have a little dry patch on my forehead at the minute that it's like really annoying me. But I sometimes switch the cleanser up with that. Sometimes I use like a cleanser for oily skin, sometimes a cleanser for blemish prone skin. My cleanser I kind of switch up more often. Where are your questions? Okay, actually, I'm gonna do a first one, so you'll probably not see this like properly until tomorrow, but the first question is, how is Billy doing? Now, he is okay, he's alright in himself. However, I don't know why I'm laughing, because it's not funny, but it is funny at the same time. So he's in a bit of a sulk at the minute, because he hasn't stopped licking his little area there, and I've rang the vet and she's recommended that I buy something off Amazon, which I have bought, and he has now around his neck. More of that tomorrow, but he is generally doing all right. He's taking his antibiotics, he is also taking his steroids. He's just feeling a bit sad. He's running, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's running around like the normal happy Billy that he is, but he's just a bit fuming at the fact that he's got this like thing around his neck. So anyway, I was gonna do my skincare on this. I realised I'm just answering questions. Okay, so the toner that I'm using is this one, and I literally just got this from Aldi, like the middle aisle of Aldi. I swear they still do it. It's called Lacura Healthy Glow Rose Toner, moisturising and calming toner with hyaluronic acid, rose and elderflower. And it's just really nice on the skin. It's like nice and smooth. I really like it actually for a toner. I've used loads of different toners in the past, and some of them tend to really dry out my skin but this one doesn't, so well done Aldi. I know that sometimes Aldi can be a bit hit or miss for their like non-food products, but I mean this is a good one in regards to a toner. It's really like, just feels really nice on my skin, and yeah, I like it. If you were watching a little while ago, you'll know that I had like a cold sore under there. I've kind of come to the conclusion that it wasn't a cold sore, because it kind of comes and goes more so recently. And after I've done a little bit of like research and kind of looking at more things on Google, I haven't gone to the doctors about it, which maybe I should, but like it's not something that's major, it's not an emergency, it's not anything that like needs looking at. But basically what I think now is that it's actually facial acne. Not facial acne, like I do sometimes get facial acne, but you know, but facial eczema. So I've currently got a bit of eczema on my inner arm there, which I think is probably down to stress, but I think that's what is occurring under my lip, because when I've started using like stuff that I use to treat my eczema on there, it started clearing up. I mean, it's practically, I mean it's just got a little mark there. It's not itchy or anything anymore, which is fab. So yeah, so I started using an eye cream, which I never thought I would. It's basically, you know, I am not, for a beginner's skincare, like I am a beginner at doing my skincare, I don't want to splash the cash on stuff that I don't know whether it's going to be good for my skin. So I've actually started using this, I've got quite a lot of Avon products actually, which reminds me, I've done this in the wrong order. I've got a little tester sample of the next thing. So this is a Renewal Power Serum by Avon, and this is supposed to be the shiz. Like, and I mean it's got a protalol in it, which I don't know what that is, but it's basically a serum. You put it all over your face and it just makes your skin feel delightful, and I really like it. And I'm actually running out, so I'm gonna have to get some more soon, because like I say, that was just a tester sample. Really enjoy it, and it gives your skin like a really nice healthy glow. It's got like, I want to say 7-in-1. I don't know, I can't list the amount of things it's got in it, but it's like a 7-in-1 sort of thing. But it, like I say, it is really good. Let's move on to another question. Okay, I've got quite a lot of people asking whether I would ever do Slimming World again. One particular says, you did so well and your meals looked yum. Thank you, first of all. And then there was also like questions about generally my diet and how that's going. So we'll kind of combine those together. This, by the way, is the one I was talking about before, which is a new lifting dual eye system from Avon. I'll leave links to everything in the description that I can do if you're interested in getting them. In regards to Slimming World, yes, I did very well on it. I know I did very well on it. When I actually look back to my Slimming World videos, there is a reason why I did very well on it, but there is also a reason why I did very well on it for a short period of time. And that was because when I had a look at the amount of actual calories I was eating, like it was shockingly low some days. Like I get how Slimming World works. It naturally puts you in a calorie deficit. That is how all of these diet clubs work. Weight Watchers, Slimming World, keto, anything you do will naturally put you in ultimately a calorie deficit. So that's kind of what I looked at. And some of the days when I was eating, like, I was eating like 800 calories. And that is not healthy. Like, regardless of whether I was within my sin limit, regardless of whether, you know, I was losing weight consistently, I was for a certain amount of time, and then it stopped. And I got bored of it. It got harder. I was eating less and less and effectively just not doing it right. And I think along the way, and I'm not blaming, am I? There are pros and I could do an entire video based on Slimming World, the pros and cons, etc. But I would say that my personal experience with Slimming World has left me with a slightly negative view on food, which is not the direction I want to be going in, and ultimately has not worked for me. Although I'm not 100% on my calorie deficit at the minute, I don't think I'll go back to Slimming World. I think that that's just how it is. I don't think I'll go back. I know that, you know, my calorie deficit is not going well at the minute, but I know that's because I am not sticking to it. And it's not because I'm not eating enough, or like I'm sticking to it and it's not working. It's not because of that. It's because I'm literally just pigging out all the time in the minute. So yeah. Short answer, no, I will not be going back to Slimming World. I can do an entire video if you really want on like Slimming World and pros and cons and what my experience was, but I just think it's a little bit of a negative kind of thing to portray on people, because people, like I say, do so well on it, and I think it brings a lot of negative discussion, and I don't want that on my channel. So yes, all positive here. Okay, so next in my skincare, so I've cleansed, I've toned, I've put my serum on, I've put my eye cream on. I think it's now just moisturizer, which again, this is another one from Avon. So I actually bought the dual thing for this. So there's a day cream and a night cream, which is a new Reversalist day cream, and it has an SPF in it of 25. I've just dropped the lid. Put that on. One thing with having false nails is that you have to do everything, like scoop things with your nail as if it's a shovel out of your creams, which is lovely. Before I rub this in, another question. Let's have a look. Oh, one thing I didn't mention in the last question is another common question was whether I'm still working with B. Technically, yes. We've actually paused the coaching for a little bit just because my mindset's not been in it recently. So we've paused the coaching until the new year, I think. And we're going to then review it after that. I'll see how I'm feeling, whether I feel like coaching is still the way for me. Yeah, I just have a lot to think about, and I kind of felt like it was pointless having a service. Like, I'm wasting my time, I'm wasting B's time if I'm not putting the work in. So, like I say, we've paused that, which I think is probably the best thing to do for both of us right now. But yeah. Okay, so lovely woman who messages quite a lot actually, says, how are you really doing? How are your sessions too? So, in regards to sessions, if you are new or unaware, I think she's referring to my CBT. So I'm currently getting CBT. I've been getting it I think I've had 4 sessions now. They're going okay. I kind of think that the sessions are good because they're kind of making me discuss where my issues are and what I can do to make them better. So it's not so much a service where I'm going, oh, this is, you know, I'm feeling like this, I'm feeling like that, but it's more about like, so I'll say, oh, I'm feeling this, and you say, well, why are you feeling this? So okay, so, and then he'll make me come up with a solution. So basically so one example is that I had a check to go in the bank. It was a tax rebate for my old car, because I'd obviously paid the road tax for the full year, didn't use it. The letter came and it was a physical check that I had to go into the bank and cash, which at first I was searching all over this letter. I was like, there must be a way to do this online. I can't go into a bank. And I don't know what it was about going to the bank, but I just couldn't. I could drive there, but I couldn't get out the car and go in the bank. The thought of that social interaction like terrified me. Did it terrify me really? Am I being dramatic? I just didn't like it, basically. I didn't want to do it, so I would sometimes drive to the bank, sit in the car and then drive home and not even get out of the car and cash it. So he would make me come up with a solution if I was going to get over that. Because ultimately, you know, if you weigh out the pros and cons, I'm going to lose out on, I think it was 40 quid. I was going to lose out on if I didn't do that. I have cashed the check. I have cashed the check now, which is a well done me. But yeah, there's like, in general, the sessions I think are going quite well. There are some things which, like, I kind of think that CBT, I don't know whether CBT will help. I don't know whether to talk about this or not. Am I going to get upset if I talk about this now? Okay, I'll just say it, because it's not something that, like, it's not like some big dark secret, but it's something that's affected me over the last, like, however long, and that was that, actually, I'm going to move on to my makeup first before we start this story, so then I can't cry. Okay, so I'm going to start with my concealer. The one I'm using is the Revlon Colour Stay one. This is in the shade Fair Claire. So basically, I didn't really think I was going to talk about this today, but hell, never mind. Basically, it was the 21st of August of this year. Never forget the date. I was driving home. I was actually at Pets at Home getting something for Billy. I can't even remember what it was, but I was driving home and I was driving across a bridge which crosses the A1, which is obviously a very busy motorway, and there was a girl who I recognised. It's hard to describe the relationship between me and this girl because I knew her, but we weren't friends. We're not like, you know, we're not that kind of thing. I just know her. And I know that she's struggled with her mental health in the past. And basically, I walked past her. I didn't walk past her, I drove past her. And do you know when something just crosses your mind? And I thought, I was like, something's not right. I don't know what it was, but something wasn't right. So I took the next turn in, turned around and went back. By the time I got back, this girl was on the other side of the railings on the bridge, about to jump. So obviously I had to pull over, went to talk to her. She was very difficult to communicate with, didn't respond. She was crying, you know, it was a really, really stressful situation. A lot of other cars then pulled over, asking if I needed help. I was like, obviously I need help, I don't know what to do here. We called the police to try and help. We were on hold for like God only knows how long with the police. And then two guys came. I don't know where they came from, but two guys came over and said, what do you want us to do? And so I said to them, you need to pull her over. You need to pull her back over because she's not going to come over willingly. She's going to jump. So I was talking to her because obviously I knew her name and things. And as I was talking to her, trying to sort of keep her focused on maybe my voice or anything else, they leaned over either side of her, pulled her up by the armpits, back over. I mean, she did struggle a little bit, and it did cross my mind that, oh my god, if they drop her, she's dead. Like, she's literally dead. And then, I don't know, it was just one of them things where I think, nobody died, you know, she's safe. She's safe now. The police came, they went and talked to her, they asked me for like a little bit of a chat about what happened, etc. Nothing's ever come from it since. I've never heard or seen this girl ever since. But it just made me think a lot about like what is crossing her mind, and what is like, how she got to that point, do you know what I mean, where she feels like there is no other choice. And I think that's kind of what's affected me a little bit more than I thought it would at the time. Obviously it was like shocking, and when I got home I was like, oh my god, has that just really happened? But anyway, I'd like put it in the back of my mind, but then it still does crop up sometimes. And that's kind of what I discuss sometimes in my CBT, along with other things about like my day-to-day sort of life and how I can improve like what I'm doing, etc. I'm sorry if this chat has gone really deep really quickly, but like these things need to be talked about because it's stressful. That was a very stressful situation for me. Let's move on because okay, I realise I've told this massive story, but I haven't really like answered the question. So CBT is going okay. There are some things, I think where this came from was that there are some things that CBT basically changes the activities that you do and changes your way of thinking about things. And I've even said this to, you know, to my counsellors, that yes, you know, I can change my daily activities and get myself out for walks and stuff more often, and things that are generally going to like lift my mood, but ultimately there's the underlying thing or underlying occurrence that's happened that will always be there. So that's kind of where I'm at mentally. I am doing okay, I am fine. Just sometimes I just need a little cry. I'm trying so hard not to cry now, so I'm going to take a little bit of a break and come back with the next question and whatever. I also need to change my camera battery. So like I say, sorry that got really dark really quickly, but you asked a question and I overshared. Right, I'm back. I've composed myself. Here's me thinking I was going to film like this nice little, oh, you know, catch up Q&A, and then goes really deep. Okay, so I've composed myself, I've changed my camera battery. Let's carry on with some questions. Okay, someone's asking me what my Christmas plans are. So, let me just grab my brow stuff. So for this I'm using my old beat up Lorac Pro palette and a angle brush, and just filling in my eyebrows with the colour Espresso. So what was the question again? Oh, Christmas plans. Okay, so obviously because it's Vlogmas, you'll all be coming along with me during this anyway. But the general Christmas plans, as long as Boris allows it, is for me to go home with Billy. I do it every year. I go to my mum and dad's house. I usually move in around 21st, 22nd, and then leave the day after Boxing Day. Or sometimes Boxing Day night, depends what we're doing. But yeah, so I go home with Billy, and my sister goes home with her Bengal cat Max, and they have a little, honestly, it's last year, it took them a little while to get used to each other because it was their first time kind of properly meeting and spending time together. But like, they just get on like a house on fire. They literally just chase each other around the house the entire Christmas, and I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to do that again. So fingers crossed Boris doesn't change any restrictions, because there are a couple of rumours going around which I'm not a fan of. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, so that is my plans. We literally move in for a few days. I move into my old bedroom, my sister moves into her old bedroom, and we just chill for a few days. Yeah, looking forward to it. I think we do have some plans over Christmas. Like, I think Billy's literally just opened the kitchen door and slammed it into the Christmas tree. Here's a few. It's this rebellious kind of, I don't like having this on my head act, I think. Yeah, so going home, chilling for Christmas. I'm just gonna put some bronzer on, just all over my face, just to get rid of the fact that I am literally like a ghost at the minute. This is Hoola from Benefit, and this I literally just put on as if it's like a powder. I know it's a bronzer. It just helps me not look quite as pasty. Whilst I've got no false tan on. I literally do this every day, by the way. I put bronzer on. Sometimes it looks crap, sometimes it looks okay, so I just have to hope that it looks good. There we go, you can't even tell. It just looks like I've got a normal skin tone. Next, I'm putting lashes on. I'm not putting lashes on, I'm putting mascara on, sorry. I use two mascaras. So the first one is this, which is from Maybelline, which is a great lash. I like this because it's got like a smaller wand. And then on top I use the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational, and this is definitely something that I purchased because of TikTok, and I wonder why I've got no savings. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I've got some, where is my lash curlers? Billy, stop, that's not your food, mate. Look at his little corner around his head. Billy, stop! My goodness. Feral. So I'm just going to curl my eyelashes first, because my LVLs that I got are kind of, they need doing again. So I'm kind of needing to curl them a bit more now. I am planning on getting them done again before Christmas. I just need to book it. So I'll curl them. You would think I never feed this cat. Billy. I think I'm going to make this the last question, because I'm literally popping my mascara on, and then I'm pretty much done. So, which is, will you do longer Vlogmas videos, please? I'm loving them. Well, first of all, thank you so much. I'm really glad that you enjoy them, because it's always a little bit daunting uploading something that's not necessarily like your niche, because I understand that a lot of people follow me because of either Slimming World or like diets, or that they're on a diet and need inspiration. So when I start doing like get ready with me's and Q&A's and really random stuff, it is a bit like, is anyone going to watch this? Like, is anyone going to want to watch this when it's not about what they followed me for? I also sometimes worry that like some of the videos that I post might be too long. I know that some YouTubers literally post like hour-long videos, but they only do that like twice a week. whereas obviously when I'm uploading every single day, I think at the minute I'll try my hardest, but I don't actually look at the footage until the next morning. So I obviously film during the day, and then I'll not look at the footage until the next morning, like the morning that I'm editing and uploading it. So I don't really know how much footage there is until like the next morning. I think as well half the problem is that I don't really know what to talk about. Like this, especially during Vlogmas, like the beginning of the month is exciting because you're like getting ready for Christmas, you're putting your decorations up, like it's the start of December. Then like the few days before Christmas, and then like after Christmas and Christmas itself, New Year, you know, things like that are all very exciting. But now that we're like in the middle of December, it's like what is there at the minute? It's a bit of like a nothing time where, you know, I've put all my decorations up, I've bought all my presents, I've showed you what's in B&M. Like now is the time, like in between the exciting times, if you know what I mean. So like I don't really get up to that much. I think that's half the problem, is that like I could film a really long video, but it would be so boring because I literally don't do anything. It would literally just be me sat probably watching TV or working, or just the bits that you don't really want to see. Or do you want to see? I don't know. Actually, speaking of things that you might want to see, I wanted to run something by you. Just first of all, thank you so much for the like massively positive response that I had on my video yesterday about budgeting and cash stuffing and things like that. I don't know why. I kind of thought that it was gonna have a little bit of negativity around it. I thought that there was gonna be a lot of like, you shouldn't do that, but everyone was so positive, and I've had loads and loads of messages on Instagram of people giving me tips, and it's just been great. Like I've just really enjoyed it. I did wonder if from January whether you would like to see, like on a monthly basis, when I budget for the month and when I cash stuff, would you like me to film that and start like a mini kind of budgeting series, or like things that I'm doing to help me save money? Would you find that like beneficial? Would you find it interesting? Because I quite enjoy watching like the little cash stuffing videos on TikTok, and if that's something that you want me to do, I don't know how much into my actual finances I will disclose, but because I think money is an incredibly personal thing, I'd be willing to kind of tell you what I'm saving for and how much I'm saving per month. Then it might help you with, I don't know, whatever. So if it is something that you are interested in, then just pop me a comment below and let me know. And to be honest, I think I'll probably film them anyway, because I'm actually really looking forward to starting it. So yeah. Okay, literally the only thing I've got left to do is put some lip balm on. This is the one I use. I literally use a Vaseline. Now this one was a limited edition one, and I'm fuming that it was limited edition because I need another one, basically. I can't get it open with my nails. It's like, you know when your Vaseline, you've used it that much that it starts to like fuse shut. But this is like a lip therapy mirror. It says hint of red, kiss of apple. And once I get it open, I can show you what it looks like. There you go, I've literally got that much left. So they need to bring it back. Vaseline, bring this one back. I really like it because it's just got a little bit of a red tint in it. So your lips like are getting moisturised. And it also gives a little bit, I've probably smeared it everywhere, but just puts a little bit of a red tint on your lips. Just gives them a little kind of a rosiness. Might pop on a bit of blusher actually, because I'm starting to look a bit porcelain. I haven't actually put any blush on this. This is just like whatever is left over on the brush from whatever I last had on it. So I couldn't tell you what that was. But yeah. So that is kind of my everyday, very plain, like skincare and makeup routine. And obviously we've had a little chat that got a little bit deeper than I thought it was gonna. But you know, these things happen, and I feel like me and you were like, you know, we get on. So I feel like I can talk to you guys about this. So, but yes, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. It's great to sit down and just have a little catch up sometimes, and have a little chat, and yeah. I do enjoy these little sit down videos. I might do more often. Like when Vlogmas is finished and in the new year, I might start doing a few more like sit down videos like this, because I quite like them. Obviously I'll still do my what I eat in a day videos, they just might not be every day. Is this a change for the slice of Jess? I don't know. This does bring me to the end of this video. If you have enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up. Go hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to be notified for when I do upload, then hit the bell as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.